The poor, you see. He gives them what he takes, so, well, sir, they love him.
That's it then. Cancel the kitchen scraps for lepers and orphans. No more merciful beheadings. And call off Christmas.
Everything she does it for booze. Specifically, tequila. It's Katrina Porter. Hi, Anna Serene. Welcome to Split Happens, everyone else. Welcome, everybody. Did you give a little shoulder shrug? Welcome, everybody. I'm on the mend. You sound better. I've had this shit for like a week and a half. Okay, hold on. I gotta tell people why we're here. Oh, okay. Each week, Katrina and I discuss a movie both of us love. However, only one of us gets to say anything good about the movie, and they are the pro of the episode, which means the other is the con and must attack it. Our one rule is the con only has to attack during the synopsis, and if they say anything at all good about the movie during that time, they incur a penalty and have to give some love to a movie that they hate, which the pro gets to decide. Ooh, I should get one of those ready for this one. So this week, if Katrina, the pro, catches a rule break from me, we're going to hear this sound.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
I think I'm excited because it seems like, even though I know it hasn't been, it's been a long time since I was the pro. I really didn't love being the con on the Holy Grail, partially because I was just sicker than shit, but also because that movie's so amazing. Ooh, I do still have a little scraggly in my throat.
A little.
Oh,
I got some of that too.
that's okay. But I'm stoked for this movie.
I am too.
You are?
Even though I'm the con, but I really am truly excited. It was a blast taking my notes.
3 minutes into taking our notes last night, I look over and you're like, this is going to be good.
It was fun. I don't love being a con on it, though.
What are you going to do about it?
I am going to not even bother with an accent as I cut this movie's heart out with a spoon.
Oh.
Because it'll hurt more.
Well, a spoon, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That can only mean we are doing 1991's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So excited.
I'm really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. I was trashed when I took my notes.
How are you going to attack this movie with Alan Rickman being so fucking brilliant in it?
I feel like I will not have a problem attacking this movie. I have legitimate things to say in criticism.
Uh-huh.
But Alan Rickman certainly wouldn't be one of them. My God, he is going to be what trips me up. If there's something, if I get a button push, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be Morgan Freeman, who I adore.
And is amazing.
Uh-huh. It's definitely going to be Alan Rickman.
We are on location.
Yep.
At the lake. You might hear some doggy sounds. Kind of a downer moment, I guess. I'll try to get through it.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Don't think I can. We're going to say goodbye to our dog Reese in a few days. So, we're just going to keep the dogs in here, even if they make noises, because that's what I want.
So if anybody wants to send out some love to Katrina on Wednesday, that would probably be great.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, if you hear dog sounds, sorry everybody. We're not cutting them out because
you don't have to apologize for that.
They're staying. Anywho, I'm just going to drink myself through it. Because that's the healthy thing to do that I would tell my patients.
Oh,
Listen, I don't have to do the advice I give people.
sure you do.
That's called being a grown-up.
Call me a hypocrite, I think.
Yeah.
I am curious what kind of pre-synopsis stuff you got going on.
I have some.
Oh, good.
I have some.
I wish I were drinking or take this time to drink, but I'm not drinking. I'm drinking water.
Sorry.
I drank too much last night.
Hee. This movie was directed by Kevin Reynolds, who also did the classic. I can barely get that out.
Which classic?
Waterworld.
Oh, no.
And the Count of Monte Cristo.
You know, I was curious
Yeah.
why Kevin Costner was cast in this, and I think I know why now.
You know, which it was kind of shocking to me. They didn't get along.
Really?
Nope. They did not. It was written by John Watson and Penn Densham, who did The Outer Limits
Oh,
and a bunch of other TV shows.
no shit.
Yeah. They were both nominated for Oscars for a documentary. I can't remember what the documentary was, but
Ooh, I'm curious.
yeah, but they both did, I think, basically every episode of The Outer Limits. The budget was $48 million.
You know, after 70, oh, I guess 80-ish episodes now, I've really lost the ability to appreciate numbers.
What was there was one movie that I was shocked by the budget, that it was so high.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember because you were like, oh, recently, because I said that all the money went towards something and there's only like $1 million left.
It was The Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, the budget was $48 million and it made $390 million.
That sounds correct.
It was the second highest grossing film of 1991, behind
Batman?
Terminator 2.
Oh.
Yes. It enjoyed the second best opening for a non-sequel at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. The music for the film was done by Michael Kamen.
Oh, I was going to guess James Horner.
No. Michael Kamen has done a lot with pop and rock music and worked a lot with Pink Floyd. And he was one of the few people invited to work with both Roger Waters and David Gilmour after Pink Floyd split.
Ooh.
Right.
They both got him in the divorce.
They did. Which I don't think there was much that those two both got, because that was like one of the most acrimonious divorces in all time.
Not only that, but I mean, and Roger Waters fucking sued, and it was hysterical. I mean, talk about art or life imitating art.
No shit. Well, Michael Gaiman also did music for Queen, Bowie, Aerosmith.
Like wrote?
Yeah, wrote with.
Gotcha.
Or not wrote with, but did the composed music for.
Oh.
Yeah, because Gaiman did did the music, composed the music.
Would you say Aerosmith?
Yeah, Aerosmith.
Was it for Armageddon? I'm curious if they did because it's very string heavy.
That could be.
I wonder.
Could be.
Interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of music.
Yes.
Bryan Adams. Should it? This did the song for this movie, Everything I Do It For You, which went on to be the best single of Adams' career.
No shit.
Maintaining number one on the U.S. Billboard chart for 14 weeks. It also spent a record-breaking 16 weeks at the number one spot in the UK. This song was also nominated for Best Original Song at the 1992 Oscars.
Nominated but didn't win?
Okay, I'm so glad you said that. Okay. It lost to a little-known ditty called Beauty and the Beast by Alan Menken.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
If Beauty and the Beast didn't win,
Yeah.
do you think that this song would have had a chance? No, because Alan Menken was also nominated for 2 other songs in that category that year.
Shit.
Belle from Beauty and the Beast was also nominated, and Be Our Guest was also nominated. So of the 5 songs in the best song category, Alan Menken was nominated for 3 of them. So aside from the 3 Menken songs,
That movie was a real beast.
it was a real beast. I see what you did there.
Thank you.
The three Menken songs, the Bryan Adams song. The fifth song was "When You're Alone" by from the movie Hook. Was the fifth song?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by John Williams, not Randy Newman.
Have I told you that the lead singer of the band Toto is John Williams' son?
No,
Mm-hmm. I'm 95% sure that's true.
you making that up, Clark?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think that's true. I believe that's true.
You know what else is true?
Uh-oh.
That's all my
Oh,
pre-synopsis
man.
info. Ba-doop boop. I put a lot in there.
You did.
All that stuff about all those Oscar songs.
I appreciate that.
Free.
I'd put in clips, but we were already like really,
We don't fuck with the mouse.
we did.
I know.
Emperor's New Groove, where I can't believe we haven't had like,
I know.
SWAT teams with, Disney masks break into our houses with guns in the middle of the night.
If it happens, I hope it's goofy.
I don't.
Hands up!
Oh, gosh, you're under arrest.
You're in deep shit.
Oh my god. Aha! You'll never last in prison.
But also, I would never last in prison. I would last in prison.
Oh, not me.
We would last.
Oh
in,
no, I do fine.
We would last in prison together.
I like to think I'm charismatic enough to be able to buddy up to somebody.
We would run that town actually if we were in prison together.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah, we're pretty clever.
I think we'd be fine. I don't want to find out, but I think we'd be okay.
Yeah, I'd rather keep this in theory.
Yeah, I just think I pay my taxes just in case.
Yeah. Me too.
Your face says otherwise.
Oh, it doesn't? I don't know what you mean. Anyway, weren't we doing something? A movie or something?
You pay your taxes,
Of
right?
course we do.
Okay.
I mean, Adrian does.
Oh, God.
I know. Oh, shit, what?
Oh, shit. We really have to go to prison together. That's the only way that thing is going to work.
Yeah, we can't go alone.
Mm-mm.
No. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you got arrested, I'm doing one of those things that, like, lonely old men do and, like, go pretend to rob a bank just so that they'll get sent into prison. Because everything I do it for you.
You don't like that song? I like that song.
Of course I do. Oh, all right. Speaking of songs.
Play it. Play that fucking song.
Let the games begin.
Our movie begins with an art project depicting a great battle. So as is the case with so many movies we do, this movie's about love.
This movie opens with, what did you say it was?
An art project.
It was like a fucking tapestry.
You don't think tapestries are art?
Boo.
Fucking peasant.
Paint something, assholes. Its paintings are nothing.
Whoa.
I was drunk at the time.
Oh my.
I felt very strongly about this last night.
Oh my. Oh, I don't think doing a tapestry is easy at all. Whose album was Tapestry? Was that Joni Mitchell?
No, it was Carole King.
Carole King? So are they the same?
No. One feels the earth move under her feet,
Yeah.
and the other one is talking about paving paradise and putting up a parking lot.
One of them is responsible for the fucking one guy remaking that song.
It's not her fault. It's Joni Mitchell.
Joni.
Well, this movie reminded you of that, and I think that's a con. I don't think you should be having to go through that right now.
You did it.
I didn't.
It's not this movie's fault.
Mm-mm.
We get some on-screen text that says 800 years ago, Richard the Lionheart, King of England, led the Third Great Crusade to reclaim the Holy Land from the Turks. Well, most of the people who went to help Richard the Lionheart didn't make it. We see that we are in Jerusalem in 1194 AD, and a man is being tortured, and I don't think that guy's hand is going to make it.
That's Jesus.
It is not. Stop it, it's not Jesus. Uh-oh. Who do we see next? It is Kevin, Jane, Mary, Elizabeth Costner, who plays Robin Hood, also known as Robin of Locksley, probably because of the hair, and Morgan Elizabeth, first of his name, Freeman,
First of all, that long-ass beard of his is ridiculous. And when they cast him in this, were they like, you think he was like, well, I can't do accents. And they're like, it's fine. It's fine.
He wanted to do an accent. The director didn't want him to.
Probably because he was shit at accents.
I don't think so.
Probably because he tried, because it seemed like he attempted it a couple times in the movie, and they're like, you know what? Just don't do that.
Word on the street is he would do his accent when they were fighting, him and the director.
He would do his accent while they were fighting?
Yes.
Oh, that is glorious.
Yes, I know. I wish there was film of it.
Me too.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
I want that so much.
Right, where are the outtakes of that?
Maybe he should have been fighting with the director more like while they were filming, like actually actively filming, so he could have had an accent.
I imagine it was something like, if you have Alan Rickman in any more scenes to upstage me anymore, I will end this film, and I swear to God I will not do Waterworld, no matter how many times you ask or send any more fish to my home.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Jane is saving some other poor soul from getting his hand cut off when he starts some shit. Attica. Do you want to know who else was up for this role?
Yes, I do. Because I don't understand still how Kevin Costner got this role.
You're going to love this so much. And not just because I can't pronounce the guy's name, even though I love him so much.
Okay.
Carrie
Oh my God.
was offered the role of Robin Hood, but turned it down because he thought the plot was too contrived. He did, however, portray the character in the spoof Robin Hood, Men in Tights in 1993.
He has probably one of the best lines of that movie where he's like,
Because, unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
On breakfast television in the UK, Mel Gibson said he was offered the lead, but he had just done a period movie, Hamlet, and he passed on it.
no fucking way.
Those are
not Melly Gibson.
Melly Gibson. Those are the only two people I could find that were. I think it was all Kevin, Jane, Elizabeth. That was really.
Did they just offer everything to Melanie Gibson during that time? Melbourne. Do you think that's what his name is?
Melanie?
No. I was kidding about that. Do you think Mel Gibson's like full name is actually Melbourne?
Melbourne? Like, I think Melbourne was like, we do not take responsibility for that. Listen, you know how I feel about people being racist fuckface fuckers.
Yeah.
And that is definitely what Melanie Gibson is.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor.
He's better than Kevin Costner.
For sure. I would go so far as to say he's like a really good actor.
And if accents were not on the table, I think he could have handled it better.
We're going to do conspiracy theory at some point.
You know, he could have done his Australian accents, and most Americans wouldn't know the difference. We don't know no different between.
We don't know no different.
It would sound Australian and be like, oh, he's British. As far as Kevin Costner goes as being cast, I think that they could have had better casting.
Okay, like who?
Well, Cary Elwes.
He's great.
Yeah.
And how dare you say his name correctly?
Did I?
Probably better than I did.
Cary Elwes.
Okay, thank you.
Cary Elwes.
Okay, we're back on track.
Idris Elba.
You bitch. Idris Elba wasn't around then. How dare you?
I'm sure he was.
No, he wasn't.
I'm sure he was. And he's actually English.
You know what?
Rowan
Just
Atkinson.
for saying that, you need... Wait, did you say Rowan Atkinson?
Sure.
Shut up.
He has range of... Sting.
How dare you? And also, if you have Apple TV, watch Hijack. It is so good.
I have another casting person.
Who?
I'm going to be bold. Gina Davis.
Oh, I would love for Gina Davis to be Robin of Locksley.
Thank you.
She... Life is pain.
Oh, here. I'm going to really send you into a spiral. You know who really would have been great as Robin Hood? Morgan Freeman.
Now...
And he could also play Azim.
Oh, both characters?
All the characters.
Just jump back and forth?
All of them.
No, I think he can do anything.
Every single one of them.
Choo choo. Ever since he was the conductor on the electric company, I've been a fan.
Do you know that actually kind of sort of happened with the movie Mars Attacks? Jack Nicholson wanted to play all of the roles. He had talked with Tim Burton, because Tim Burton wanted him for the movie, and I can't remember who suggested multiple roles, and he's like, I got an idea. And he was totally serious. He's like, I could play all the roles. And they're like, okay, how about 2?
Jack.
So they gave him 2 roles.
Just Jacqueline.
But he considered being every single role in the movie.
I bet he did.
I'm just going to say it. Jack Nicholson, Robin Hood.
Absolutely not. Well, Morgan Elizabeth is swole in this movie.
Morgan Freeman's muscles are giving me confused feelings. That's a con.
I don't feel confused at all.
I did.
I understand how I feel.
I didn't.
Happy. Morgan Elizabeth and his swole-ass muscles tells Robin his name is Azim, and that because Robin saved Azim's life, he has to go with him until he saves Robin's life. This movie was one of the few Hollywood productions of recent years to receive praise from Jack Shaheen, a longtime Arab American activist whose book Real Bad Arabs lashed out at all of his perceived examples of motion pictures that contained insulting or inaccurate views of Arabs and Muslims. Shaheen wrote that Morgan Freeman's portrayal of Azim was very positive, in that Azim was portrayed as a devout Muslim and an intelligent, decent man who fights against the vile sheriff of Nottingham. Shaheen also liked the way Robin Hood indirectly praised the Muslim natives during the Crusades by saying, "One man defending his home is worth more than 10 hired soldiers." So I was a little worried when I was going into trivia.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I read that, I was like, what do you got, bitch?
That's trivia.
It's trivia.
I think that's really, really neat that guy said that.
Uh-huh. And what do you think about Morgan Freeman and his portrayal of Azim in this movie?
I think they should have let him play every single role just to see what would happen.
Next, we're at Locksley Castle, where some double-handed shit has gone down. And when we see that it's motherfucking Alan Jaquita Monrovia Rickman, listen, even though he plays the sheriff of Nottingham and he's evil and we're supposed to hate him, I swear to Christ, I swear, I will hear nothing bad about him. So help me God, you hateful harpy.
All I know is you were typing up a storm during this part. This movie creates conflict.
What?
That's a con. Between you and me.
Because Alan Rickman is so amazing. Well, Alan Rickman turned down the role of the sheriff twice before he was told he could more or less have carte blanche with his interpretation of the character. The role of the Sheriff of Nottingham was originally offered to Richard E. Grant.
Oh, I love him.
Also, Sir John Hurt, Sir Ian McKellen, Oliver Reed, and Sir Patrick Stewart were also considered for the role.
Oliver Reed? Oh, considered.
Considered.
Yeah, they were not offering him shit.
Well, they were, yeah.
Oliver fucking Reed.
Right.
Do you know what happened to him in his last movie?
No.
It had been Gladiator. He was, I'll make it quick, I promise.
Okay.
He's one of those actors that became like uninsurable.
Oh, because of booze?
Yes, definitely because of booze. He was extremely volatile. He was scrappy. and definitely an alcoholic. I think that was Sir Ridley F. Scott did Gladiator.
He did.
Right?
Sir Ridley F. Scott did do Gladiator.
Well, I don't know who convinced whom that to have Oliver Reed be in that, but he got the part. And then, like, during the filming of it, after he's like, I swearsies, I'll be so totally good, or whatever.
I'm sorry, baby.
He went to a bar, and I'm trying to think if he got into a fight, or he definitely got absolutely annihilated. And I think he was, like, causing some shit, or maybe they were, like, saying you can't, and he drank, like, an obscene amount. He died. He died during the middle of, because of that, in the middle of Gladiator.
Did Joaquin Phoenix do it?
Maybe.
Are we sure he didn't have something to do with River?
Oh, fuck. No.
He was there.
I'm just saying, all I knows is
Joaquin is real fucking method.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean by that?
Like, are we sure that Joaquin wasn't like, maybe I just need to kill this guy?
Oh my God.
Did you just see an article where maybe Joaquin killed him?
No.
Oh. I'm onto something. I want to see the autopsy.
Oh my God.
Was there an autopsy? I've got more questions. There are more questions than answers at this point.
Oh. Okay. So sorry. I was just checking to make sure that I had that right about Oliver Reed.
I would have been so disappointed if you weren't.
He challenged a group of sailors to a drinking match.
Yeah, what did they look? I'd like to see the lineup of those sailors. And I'd like to know where Joaquin was at the time.
Yeah, he swore he wouldn't drink during production. That was like part of the agreement of hiring him. So they had to CGI like the rest of his parts in the movie.
Oh, shit.
Like I said, they were they were in the middle of filming.
I'm fully convinced now that Joaquin was involved.
Joaquin's a killer. His attitude's right.
Robin's dad is dead, and we see that it's 4 months later, and Robin has had a glow up. Is it a mullet?
Yes.
It was a weird time.
Yes, it was a mullet.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
I have in all caps, his hair.
Okay. Do you want an answer?
Yeah.
Coke.
Oh, this wasn't the 80s.
It was 91 when it came out.
Not the 80s.
Oh, when do you think production was?
1990.
It's 89.
90.
89. It was when everyone was crying about cocaine going away. So they were just doing all the fucking cocaine they could.
Like when you know you're about to have to go on like a big diet.
Yes.
You're like, I'm eating everything I
Yes,
have.
they were just like...
They were on like a queso craze, but for Coke.
With Coke. But unfortunately...
They were like supermarket sweep with Coke.
Yes.
And if Coke was like big hams and diapers.
Yes. But they also had a razor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To kill themselves?
No, to cut his hair.
Oh, I forgot we were talking about hair. That's right. This is where he gets off the boat and kisses the beach.
Yes,
Robin
he
Hood.
was excited to be home.
And then does like sand angels.
Yeah, oh, wasn't that lovely?
Oh, it's like he's like an imbecile.
He was happy. He's very happy to be back in England.
That child brain bitch needs to do something about his hair. Mullets were not in.
Yes, they were.
Mullets?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, because you've seen it in all those pictures from that time.
Yes. Thank you. Well, we see some of the sheriff's men chase a little fella up a tree, and holy shit, it is Michael Wincott from The Crow.
Quick impression for you. Caw, bang, fuck, I'm dead!
From The Crow, our first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Our first episode, it's Michael Wincott. You know you're excited to see Top Dollar.
He's underutilized in this.
Are you nuts?
I'm not.
You're crazy. He's the sheriff's cousin. He's amazing in this. He has fucked up teeth, so it was true to the time. He is incredible. And you know it, and I know it. And he says, kill Robin. And it doesn't look like this is going to be the time that Azim is going to fulfill his vow, which I think is so fucking funny.
This is after Robin Hood tried to have his men, like, fuck up Azim. And he's like, you understand I had to try.
He was tricking.
That's not how I test my friendships.
How do you test your friendships?
Fight Club.
Oh, so like this.
No.
Robin was just being silly. Well, back at Nottingham Castle, that whiny-ass cousin who just got his ass kicked lets the sheriff know that Robin of Locksley is back, but the sheriff seems a little unimpressed with Robin's return. Meanwhile, Robin finds out that his house has been burned down and his father's been murdered, and poor Duncan had his eyes popped out.
Oh.
Anna.
This is the most... He is obnoxious. He's not a good Robin Hood.
You are crazy.
No, I'm not. He's obnoxious. He first of all, I mean, not even just the accent. He belongs in the 20th century. It would have been at the time. And he's not even a fox.
I think he's funny as Robin. I really do. I think he's kind of charming. You can tell that when he was younger, he was probably a little bit of a fuck up and kind of a little bit of a shithead, a little bit ornery.
Is he a cartoon fox?
A little.
Yes or no?
He is not a cartoon fox.
Does he have an accent?
Yes, he does have an
Does
accent.
he have a British accent?
Sort of.
Does he have a bear friend?
He has a friend that looks like a bear.
Who?
Friar Tuck. And Little John. On a Serene.
Yeah.
Every scene that Alan Rickman is in is incredible. He's having a little kiki with his witch.
Freaky ass witch.
So funny.
She's so freaky.
After she consults with the bone, she says, oh shit,
The
she's
bone.
seen Azim in her dreams. Girl slime.
Does she live there?
Yeah, of course she does.
Up in the attic?
Yeah, that's where she likes to be. She's where's her cage.
That's her cage?
Yeah, she likes it.
She's a weirdo witch up in the attic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is this like Flowers in the Attic?
Yes.
She's like the remaining child.
Yeah. But she starts shit all the time, so she kind of has it coming. Well, unlike my dreams, Azim is going to kill the witch. That's what she thinks anyway. Bye, bitch.
What's Azim's weapon?
It's Ty said it's a Sararth. Sarong? Sararth? Smyrner.
Mjolnir? A scimitar?
Scimitar.
Right. Where'd he get it? Because he went from prison to here.
Yes. Zeus.
What?
He got it from Zeus.
What?
Just like Perseus did.
Wait, what?
He got it from Zeus.
Azim.
Zeus put it on the boat.
Oh, like a magic.
Yep.
A magic scimitar.
Yep. Zeus was in Azim's corner because he knows that eventually Morgan Freeman's going to play God.
Did he give him anything else? I mean, Zeus gave Perseus like 3 things.
Zeus knows that Azim just needs the sarong.
Scimitar.
Yep. Okay.
The bust that you see of the statue or whatever of the sheriff
Yes.
of Nottingham,
Yes.
it reminds me of the bust in the Lionel Richie Hello video.
Hello.
Look it up.
Okay. Oh.
Hysterical. The one that the blind lady does of him
Okay, but she's just going by what she can feel.
in the Hello video.
Yeah.
You got to think that the person that made the statue for this movie, though, could actually see Alan Rickman.
Okay. I don't know if you know this or not, but do you remember when the statue was unveiled of Christian Ronaldo?
Yes,
How-
I do recall that.
How
Yeah.
insane that was!
It was absolutely mind-boggling.
I could not look away.
Nobody could. It's the most perplexing.
I was dying.
I really want to know if the person that did that
Had a seizure or something?
No. Before it was like if they were like panicked, maybe they was just like really super procrastinated, and they're like, I can do this. I know exactly what I'm doing, and then they did it like hurried, or if they like really, really, really tried, like people that give celebrities drawings that are like, I drew this of you.
I thought it was somebody that just like was a real big Goonies fan, and that they liked Christian Ronaldo, but they also were a big fan of Sloth, and they just combined the two.
A mashup.
Yeah,
People just love those mashups.
because that's what it looked like to me.
He just pitch perfect that.
Yeah.
Pitch Perfect did.
Uh-huh.
The statue. It is insane
Yeah.
looking.
I thought the statue wasn't terrible.
This?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like him
Well,
at all.
it's got a shaggy mullet.
Hello. The camera work on this is very odd.
I think the camera work is cool. I really do.
It's like all up in their face and like kind of move aroundy. It's very early 90s like MTV reality show.
Welcome to my crib.
Right? It's like all up in.
This is Castle Nottingham. You know what's interesting though? They only did that with
Rickman?
yes.
That's a con.
I don't think
That's
so.
some shady shit. It's weird.
I don't think so. I think they're like, this human is the highlight of this movie, and we're gonna do whatever he wants. Bam. And I say, hallelujah.
You think Alan Rickman requested that crazy camera shot?
I didn't think it was crazy. I thought it looked interesting. Hello.
It gave me nausea.
No, everything gives you
Gave me motion sickness.
air gives you nausea. Well, Maid Marian, played by Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and Robin have a little tussle. which was solely based on a misunderstanding, and you can tell right away they have serious chemistry.
So Marion's lady,
Yeah.
her
Sarah.
Sarah,
Mhm.
her lady is racist and an ageist.
What?
She wouldn't let Azim come in or
Duncan?
Duncan.
No, she only was going to let Robin in. She wasn't going to let them be outnumbered. That's just maths. That's a pro.
Okay, well, what about this one? Robin Hood used to burn her hair as a child.
She was-
Fucking run, Marion.
They didn't have straighteners back then.
He was burning her hair, trying to burn her hair to torture her. He
No.
is a demon seed. Robin Hood is no good.
Okay, well, speaking of Robin Wright was the original choice to play Maid Marian, but she had to drop out as she was pregnant with her first child. The part went instead to Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio 4 days before shooting started.
No shit.
Serious.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like waiting until the last minute like they did with that statue.
Oh, stop it. The sheriff's bitchy cousin Top Dollar arrives at Marion's house, and Robin and Azim take off with a couple of her horses and head to Sherwood Forest. And Robin wisely points out that whether they hang with ghosts or become ghosts themselves, motherfucking Keats up in here, right?
That's a livist.
I'm sorry, what?
That's a con.
Wait, what? Saying that they can either hang with ghosts or become ghosts themselves, make them alivists?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a word.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, check the internet. Everything is bad now. Yeah, look on Twitter.
I just looked and there's not a word called alivist.
Did Robin Hood slap Marion's ass on the way out?
Yeah.
I cannot believe this idiot is the protagonist of this movie.
I honestly think he's kind of, I will say, if you were to ask me, Katrina Francis, do you think Kevin Costner is a good actor?
Well, duh, you?
No.
Oh.
Duh.
It's a con.
Not really.
Mm-mm.
Not, no.
No, not even when he was dancing with them wolves.
Especially not. That movie's problematic. We won't be doing that.
No, nope.
No. I think that his portrayal of Robin Hood is kind of charming. I think it's funny. I really do. I don't think he's a good actor necessarily, but I think it's funny. I think
he made Robin Hood into a dummy.
Yeah, I think Robin Hood's a dummy.
Robin Hood was a hero.
Yeah.
He's portraying him like an idiot.
Yeah, lots of heroes are idiots.
One time he takes his dirty ass fucking knife out and slices his hand. He's like, I will avenge my father.
I think lots of heroes fall into being heroes.
He says, I'm going to avenge my father, and then slices up his hand with a dirty knife that he just pulled out of his, pocket. Have fun with tetanus in the Middle Ages, you idiot.
Well,
it's all fun and games. He's going to be, you know what he's going to be?
What?
Robin of Lockjaw.
Isn't the Forest Has Eyes a Weekend song? Forest has eyes. Forest has eyes.
Is it really?
I don't know. It sounds like a Weekend song.
Damn, Weekend. Speaking of Coke. Not everything has to be made into a song. Not all your ideas have to actually be recorded.
Okay. Speaking of my heart growing 5 times too big and lady boners.
Where is this going?
It's motherfucking Christian Slater. Stop it. You know how much I loved him. So much. Be Still My Heart when I was a teenager.
That might be... I do have a couple things to say.
Okay. I will tell you that Johnny Depp did turn down the role of Will Scarlet, which Christian Slater did go on to play in this movie.
Okay, well, when they're going into the forest.
Yes.
Robin's idea.
Yes.
This super genius Robin.
Yes.
His idea of calming Duncan, his fear of ghosts in the forest.
Yeah.
Is to point out a bunch of dangling Blair Witch looking shit and be like, see, they're wind chimes. Nothing to be afraid of. As if wind chimes in the forest are a totally normal thing. And also, Duncan can't see shit. That's visionist.
He can hear.
He says, see? They're wind chimes.
See with your ears, your vampire ears. He was telling him, never fear, Duncan.
There's wind chimes in the forest.
Yes.
Like naturally occurring wind chimes.
Everyone loves wind chimes.
Do you?
I do now.
Also, I have never seen a more obviously contemporary actor than Christian Slater.
Aw.
No, that's not good in this. He does
Oh.
not look like he means it.
It's not his fault that his hair just naturally looks like that.
What, brushed? Freshly coiffed?
Perfect. He just looks perfect.
He has a 90s haircut. And he's clearly been brushing it. This is not a dude that lives in the forest. I am sorry. I apologize. He is not the most contemporary looking actor. That would be Kevin Costner.
Listen. We watched Oh Brother, We're Out There, correct?
We did.
Okay. Did George Clooney, despite being in a bad spot, did he stay coiffed?
He had a comb, and he had Dapper Dan.
Okay. All I'm saying is that people can be in rough situations and still take their hygiene seriously. I'm proud of him.
That's probably why he has such white teeth too.
Okay. Did you see Willow?
I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you remember Mad Mardigan?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How did he keep his teeth clean?
Magic. Okay. These people didn't have that.
No, but they had that bark shit.
No way.
Yes way. I saw it.
The sheriff's cousin keeps his teeth are fucked. And he actually has access to to the good life. But these people that live in the woods.
The sheriff of Nottingham is not going to let people have nicer teeth than him. It's his self-esteem issues.
So you're saying that
It's why he's so ornery. I know, it's sad.
everybody has good teeth in this except for that guy, except for Michael Wincott.
Oh, isn't that sad? You know what's a real thing, though, is that whatever fleeting accent Kevin Costner has in this movie is the same fleeting accent that Christian Slater has in this movie.
No shit.
Making them sound very much like brothers.
I liked Maid Marian's lady better in the cartoon too. She was a big old chicken.
Ooh!
Oh, you got
You
me.
good?
Oh, you wee lad, you got me. Oh, 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 oh.
Oo-De-Lally, oo-De- I loved her. She was so funny.
Yeah, she was great in that.
She's good in this, too. She's kind of a badass.
She's not a chicken.
She's not a chicken in that either. She's a hen.
What type of bird do you think a hen is?
I'm pretty. Christian Slater's Will Scarlet clearly has a bone to pick with old Robin, and as hot as that sounds, I'm beginning to think there might be more to this story. And the church scene, oh my god.
Jeezy crazy.
The sheriff's scene, the sheriff's face when he sees Maid Marian and her face when she sees him are hysterical. You know it.
Remember?
Anna.
I was too focused on that priest. I'm
Anna.
gonna tread very carefully here. That priest is up to no good.
He is up to no good. He does a good job of portraying that. We know it. Robin goes to visit the priest, who reportedly heard his dad's confession saying he worshipped the devil, but Robin quickly realizes that the priest is in on it. He cuts the sheriff's face, and he takes off with his horse. Robin tells the people in Sherwood that it is time to fight back against the sheriff. But in the meantime, the sheriff starts burning down the local villages. But by God, they are not going to be divided. Especially when Robin gives a bitchin' speech.
But they were probably like, thanks for all the help, asshole.
Yeah, they did.
Heart,
Guess what we have?
what?
You can't tell by my face what it is? A getting better at fighting montage. We have a montage. We have a montage. And it's a getting better at fighting montage.
Their weapons seem pretty high tech for this time period, all things
Well,
considered.
thank you for noticing.
They had machine guns,
No, they shut up.
tanks, and shit.
No, they
They
didn't.
most certainly did.
They had spears and sarongs.
Scimitars.
Yeah.
They had arrows.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they made some quivers
Okay.
to hold set arrows.
Okay.
And very, very high-tech swords. And guns
Brooms?
and tanks.
No, they didn't.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They sure did.
You're making that up.
It was ridiculous. They're like, we're going to make this contemporary as possible. People don't know how to do accents and weapons that don't make no sense.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense, and you're just making up stuff right now. And you're distracting the fact that there was a montage, and I don't appreciate that. That's a con, and you're a liar.
Mm-mm.
Well, when Sheriff of Nottingham finds out that the poor actually love Robin Hood, even though they keep getting the shit taxed out of them, he says that he's going to cancel Christmas, no more scraps for the lepers, and no more merciful beheadings.
No more Christmas.
No more Christmas.
You okay with that?
Well, he's a bad guy.
How do you feel about Christmas getting canceled?
Well, ordinarily, I would be foursquare against it, but Alan Rickman came up with that line, and so I think it's funny.
You think it's funny to call off Christmas?
I think anything that Alan Rickman does, I am in favor of. But I know he didn't mean it, not in his heart. Some of the sheriff's witty lines, such as telling a couple wenches,
You, Myram, 10:30 tonight. You, 10:45. Bring a friend.
were devised by Alan Rickman's friends, comedian Ruby Wax and playwright Peter Barnes. He enlisted their help in spicing up his dialogue because he felt the script was terrible. Director Kevin Reynolds enabled these script alterations by not informing the producers or screenwriters or basically anyone in the crew. Rickman said in an interview years later that he knew these new lines were having the desired effect when during takes he noticed the crew members covering their mouths, trying not to laugh. As I said earlier, Rickman improvised the canceling Christmas line. You want a con?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, that rascal, Kevin Costner,
Son of a bitch.
he did try to get some of Rickman's scenes cut when he clearly realized that Rickman was outshining
the
him.
show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Stealing the show?
Yes, you said he stole the show.
I was just repeating what you were saying.
No, you said he stole the show. Did Alan Rickman steal the show?
Okay, he stole the show.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew Alan Rickman was going to get you.
Motherfucker. God damn it. I've gone so long without having a button push.
Yes, you
It
have.
feels like. And I'm sober.
I know, but you can't say
That's
that.
not fair.
you-
That was in the middle of trivia.
I know. You can't say that Alan Rickman stole the show and that not be a button push.
I just said stealing the show. Okay, god damn it.
Okay, Anna, in honor of there being a silly witch in this movie, do Earwig and the Witch. Come on.
There is literally nothing I can say good about that.
Okay, do it.
I'm so fuck. God, I fucking hated it so
Who's in
much.
it?
It's a cartoon. It's Studio Ghibli who did
Oh, I have not seen it.
good.
Oh, okay.
Good. Oh, it was their experimentation with going outside of their normal style, and they did it all digitally.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Oh, it's fucking awful.
Oh my god, your face. I'm sorry. I feel terrible that I've said this one.
Earwig is the main character, the girl, and she's horrible. She's so unlikable. Okay. It makes me think of Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and I like that.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
We see Friar Tuck. He tries to fuck with Robin Hood, and at one point tries to literally eat his leg. But Friar Tuck eventually sees the error of his ways and agrees to minister to the locals. Sheriff of Nottingham kills his cousin because, in all honesty, the guy really did suck at his job, and he was kind of a bitch.
And did Robin just say to tell his men to roast Friar Tuck?
He was kidding.
You can't roast a friar.
No.
Isn't it a friar's roast? Isn't that what that's called?
I think
Is that
so.
what it's actually called?
Oh, that's clever.
Do you think that that's why they did it?
I bet so.
I bet not. Nobody's that clever in this.
I think so. Maid Marian comes to check out Sherwood Forest and gets a little glimpse of that medieval booty.
Is that naked buttocks? What kind of movie is this? I'm offended, quite frankly.
Right. Oh, it's not Kevin Costner's booty.
Of course it isn't.
Well, only because it was too cold.
What a baby.
Oh no, they were a little worried about getting their $20 bajillion star hypothermia.
But they were okay with the stuntman
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Fuck him, I guess.
This is America.
He doesn't have a family. I know this must be America because he didn't have no English accent.
Oh,
I bet Carrie Ellis would have gotten in the water.
I bet they would not have allowed Carrie Ellis to get in the water.
But they would have.
I bet they would not have, because he would have made $1 billion too. And it was fucking cold.
He's a trooper. He'd have been like, chip.
And they would have been, get your expensive fine ass out of the water.
Gina Davis would have done it.
Yeah, she would add a girl.
Yeah, I know she would have. She did it in Long Kiss Goodnight.
That was inside. Azim saves Little John's baby despite Friar Tuck being a fucker about it. Maid Marian tries to send a missive to King Richard. A missive, I say. But that bastard priest thwarts her plans, and Sheriff Nottingham has his hooligans get her. Oh no. Well, thankfully, Duncan escapes back to Sherwood Forest to let Robin Hood know what the 411 AD is. But Nottingham has hired a bunch of hired thugs to attack them, and they must retreat.
It's after they do a medieval C-section.
Well, yeah.
And Little John takes the newborn out and, like, just shakes the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like, holds it up like it's Simba.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah. Like, look at my newborn. Fucking look at it. And shakes it. And it's, like, free of all diseases and shaking.
Okay, in AD, you didn't know that you weren't supposed to shake a baby. We know that now.
Yeah.
Okay, but so progress.
Well, I don't like seeing it. I also don't like seeing Robin Hood's fucking mullet again.
Well, you see this mullet the whole movie. The mullet's with us.
I don't like it.
Okay.
The mullet, that's a medieval mullet that doesn't exist.
Medieval mullet.
Business in the front and dysentery in the back.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, Nottingham basically burns all their shit to the ground, and that's not nice. Maid Marian is not happy with that trifling priest being held captive.
Why did they start so late with the flaming arrows? Shouldn't they have started with the flaming arrows?
No, because they thought that they were going to be able to get them with just the thugs, their words. So they thought they weren't going to have to use the arrows. The
arrows were more valuable than the men?
Yeah, well, yeah, they thought they were going to be able to go in there and take their shit. So they didn't want to burn everything up. They thought they were just going to be able to send those guys in, have them just kill everybody, and then go in and take their shit. They didn't know that everyone in Sherwood Forest was going to be as prepared as they were.
They didn't see the montage.
Obviously, they did not see the montage. They were not prepared.
They were not prepared.
They were not.
This is a bad plan, isn't it?
On Sheriff of Nottingham's part.
Well, that means, this is all on Robin's head. He's in a real flaming pickle now.
Okay, so you know the scene in the castle where the Sheriff of Nottingham is like, says to Maid Marian, like, you're gonna marry me, and if you don't, like, shit's gonna be bad for all these people, and like brings in those kids.
Yeah, and he's talking to the little girl.
Yeah, he's like, starts talking about how like bad his life is. That whole scene is like super funny.
I don't know.
Anna.
I don't know.
That
I remember laughing.
I remember you laughing as well, because I looked over and I was like, isn't this hysterical? Okay, well, because he didn't want to terrify the child, before all of those takes, he spent a lot of time with that kid, just like goofing around with her, so she would be super comfortable with him during the takes.
Alan Rickman's not around anymore, and I can't help but feel like this movie has something to do with it.
This movie literally had nothing to do with it. How dare you?
It's a con. It did.
This movie came out in 1991, and we are all thankful that he died decades after that.
I'm not thankful he died at all.
No, I'm not thankful he died decades and decades after. But he is brilliant in this movie. But it was, the scene with him and the kid is so funny. I had a terrible childhood. I'll tell you about it someday. The fact that he had the insight to think that this whole scene would be scary, and to take the time to spend in between takes with this kid so she wouldn't be scared. Just, I don't know.
That's trivia.
It's trivia. That's trivia. He was just everything you read and hear about him. He was just a cool fucking guy.
I love Alan Rickman.
Of course.
Not going to talk about him in this movie.
I know.
But
I talk to my patients about this all the time. Like,
about Alan Rickman?
In theory.
The scene?
No, but it's just never fucking assholes that get depression. It's never assholes that get anxious. It's never like assholes that get cancer. It's always good people. And it just sucks. Like, if assholes got depression, we wouldn't work so hard to figure out ways to get rid of depression. We'd be like, all right, you're an asshole. Good luck. Hope you feel miserable.
I don't know. I bet some assholes have depression.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I haven't met him. Will Scarlet tells Nottingham that he would personally like to kill Robin Hood and that he should let him go because he can get close to Robin Hood. But when Will comes back to the forest, he lets Robin know what he is feeling, that he is feeling a little salty because he is actually Robin's brother and that their father was I have no idea what basically what happened was Robin Hood's mom died and Robin Hood's dad was like, I'm feeling a little sad. I'm gonna go get a little ooh-la-la. The person I'm gonna get a little ooh-la-la from just happens to be Will Scarlet's mom. Okay. But Robin Hood was like, I don't want you to go get a little ooh-la-la because I'm still sad about my mom. So his dad's like, okay, I'm not going to go get a little ooh-la-la from anyone anymore, which meant that Will Scarlet and his mom had to go away. And so Will Scarlet's still feeling a little salty about that. But then Robin, he didn't know he had a brother. He didn't know, but now he knows. He's like, I've got a brother? I've got a brother? It's exactly like he sounded.
I could have been burning your hair.
I could have been burning your hair all along and it wouldn't have looked so neat. And then this bitch in 2023 wouldn't have had so much shit to say about it. Well, the mighty bandits are sneaking into the village and they're planting a few surprises around.
Why?
Well, to make the hanging more exciting.
Did you say that there's going to be a hanging?
Well, there's going to be the sheriff of Nottingham is going to hang all of the people in Sherwood Forest that they gathered up, including John Little's little son, that little rapscallion.
This hanging is truly the talk of the town.
It is. Everyone's really excited.
They need something else to keep them entertained. This wouldn't be an issue. It's fucking weird.
Like a skit?
Like a carnival.
Crazy carnival?
Bake sale or something.
Ooh, yum.
Something
I don't
other
think
than a
that-
hanging.
Well,
Is
it's chaos down here, Tom. That's all I'm saying.
Because did the Moors figure out gunpowder?
Yeah, the Moors knew a lot of shit.
I definitely do not know enough to.
Yeah.
All I know is that at one point someone went to the wall.
To the window.
Just
Well, Robin saves the little kid from getting killed. Azim blows up a bunch of shit. It's anarchy. The part where Robin Hood and Azim fly over when they go in the thing and Will says,
Fuck me, he cleared it.
well, that was ad-libbed by Christian Slater, but the director kept it in because he thought it was funny.
No
Even though
shit.
it wasn't historically accurate.
No
Okay.
shit. Why would he keep that in? First of all, I remember that like having a fuck in there. That probably cost them 3 shits. Didn't we talk about this? 3 shits equal a fuck.
It's literally the only bad word in the movie. It's why they are PG-13 instead of PG.
They could have had a wider audience if they only wouldn't have kept in this extremely contemporary.
Oh, blow me.
blow me down.
Oh, blow me down. Jesus. I thought it was hysterical. Well, Nottingham is strongly encouraging Maid Marian to marry him.
Encouraging.
Yeah. He's like,
You mean raping?
he's like, please.
Please. No, he's not asking at all. He's forcing her and then tries to rape her.
Well, I didn't love that part.
No.
But it was very true to the time. They did encourage by just taking.
There was too much of that then.
There was you know what? Agree.
Too much.
Too much. And any much is too much.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they make it comical. They try to make it with when the sheriff's like, does the splits with their legs or whatever. That I'm like, okay.
Well, he loves her as much as he's capable of loving someone. Sheriff of Nottingham.
What if she has good teeth?
I think that's how much he loves her, is that he could get over the fact that Maid Marian has good teeth. That's how much Sheriff of Nottingham loves her. He'd get over it. But he would also ask her not to smile open-mouthed. Robin goes gangster and kills Nottingham with his own knife. That's kind of fucking crazy.
That's messed up.
Friar Tuck helps the priest think through the error of his ways, and he thinks through them out the window.
Two men of the cloth enter, one kills the other. What kind of movie is this?
The bomb.
A friar versus priest?
Yeah.
This is really messed up.
Thunderdome.
Is there not thou shalt not be murder? What was that friar just committed a mortal sin? The witch straight up unalived herself on that spear and then tried to blame it on the black man.
Yeah, she did.
A white bitch.
That white bitch. I hate her. Robin Hood and Maid Marian get married in the forest, but who shows up?
Lee Majors?
King Richard. And who plays him?
Lee Majors?
Sean Connery. He's there for 8 seconds.
Why is Sean Connery in this?
Because Sean Connery equals star power.
Do they need that for this?
I think, especially in the 80s and 90s, if you could get Sean Connery for something, they wanted Sean Connery as Locksley, as Robin Hood's dad. But he's like, I've been playing a lot of dads lately, so I don't think so.
Okay, so I love animals, right?
Yes.
I do. I care about animals. I care about all creatures. Correct?
That's true. Yes.
And so do you.
I do.
And at the end of this,
yeah,
they have a wedding and where they release a bunch of doves.
Okay.
Katrina Porter.
Yeah.
Did all those doves consent to being in this wedding?
Yes. Yes.
They all signed consent forms?
Yes, it's trivia. You can like it. It's trivia. They all signed consent.
I don't like that you're saying this at all because it's absolute baloney.
No, it's the cutest thing. It was like little, their feet are like little X's, but then like a little other X. They all had like little X stamps. It was so cute.
All right, I believe you.
Cool. That's the end of the movie.
Yay!
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
I can't believe you only got one button push with his...
Ooh, I came close a few times.
Fucking amazing as Alan Rickman is bonkers amazing in this. And the fact that so much of it is just him and that he didn't want to do it. He had not done much before this movie.
No, he definitely looks very young.
Yes. He'd basically done Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a loss.
Oh, I know.
Really, really loved him. Yeah, he is 100%. He's so incredibly charismatic.
Yes.
I mean, every second he is on the screen, you can't help but just hone in right on him.
Yeah, his facial expressions are hilarious.
Every second.
Yeah.
It just works. He just works. He's so incredibly good in this role.
He works.
I have a happy ending.
Do it.
Well, I did talk about animals and how much I love animals.
Yes, you did.
And so I was thinking about that.
Okay.
And that made me think of one of the best people that has ever roamed this earth. And he's probably actually roamed most of the earth.
Okay.
I'm about Sir David Attenborough.
Oh, okay.
What an absolutely wonderful person.
Yes.
Here's why he's my happy ending pick.
Okay, speaking of animals, I don't know if you can pick up Reese's snoring next to me.
He's definitely snoring. He's fascinating. He's had a career for over 70 years. He's insanely loyal and almost completely without ego. He always flies economy.
Okay.
At one time, an airline tried to upgrade him, and he said he would only upgrade if they upgraded the whole crew. I love this. Actually, it's another quote, but it's one of my favorites. They asked him whenever he turned 80, they asked him, how he felt about it, if he was happy with the situation of turning 80. And he said, quote, "No, I am not. I hate it. I'd much prefer to be 40. People say you're wiser at 80. I can tell you you're not. You can't run 100 yards in 5 minutes. You can't climb trees. There's so much you can't do. I can't think of a single advantage to being this age."
Damn.
So grandchildren, maybe, but you don't have to wait till you're 80 to have them. So no, 80 is not all it's cracked up to be. I wouldn't particularly recommend it.
Okay.
I love it. I think he's dedicated his entire adult life, literally his entire adult life, for, animal education and preservation and trying to keep the world around long enough for generations ahead of us to enjoy it. He is easily one of the best people that's ever roamed this earth.
Oh, I love that.
Sir David Attenborough. And he's getting close to 100.
Nice.
He's like 97, I think. Well, that's all I got to say about that.
Okay. So next time we start recording, we're going to be recording on location.
Where are we going?
Colorado.
Why are we going to be in Denver?
We're
Colorado.
we're going to a podcast convention.
Yay!
We're going to learn so much.
We're going to be there for a week. It's very exciting.
Holy shit.
We're going to record several, but we're pretty sure
Yeah.
our next one is going to be one of mine.
Yes.
Can I say what it is?
You should. It's definitely, it's going to be one of our most nostalgic.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Deep, deep, deep love for this movie.
I'm going to say stupid shit.
I hope so. We're doing The Dark Crystal.
Yay!
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for Denver. I can't wait for a week vacation. I can't wait to record The Dark Crystal.
Vacation, bitch. We're going to be working.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
can't wait for all of that. So excited. Hopefully we'll see other podcasters there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of our podcast friends.
It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, well, until then, we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, Anna Serene.
Bye, Katrina Porter. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.